E aí galera, aqui é o Adão e sejam bem-vindos a Alan Wake 2. Vou começar o game com vocês aqui. Apesar de não ter jogado o primeiro, eu tô bem animado para ver como tá o segundo game. Se eu jogar, curtir, aí eu faço um videozinho do primeiro também. Então beleza, vamos lá, sem mais delongas. Novo jogo, Alan Wake 2.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
E começou o game de um jeito muito estranho aqui, mas vamos lá, né? Nossa, tá bem escuro, cara, que ambientação louca, muito da hora. Vamos seguir o caminho aqui com o nosso amiguinho peladão, né? Ah lá, paparazzi. E agora? Será que é pra correr deles, ir até eles? Caramba, que escuro, cara. Dá pra ver quase nada. Nem sei se eu tô indo pro lugar certo, eu acho que é aqui. Caramba, que susto. Deu até uma travadinha aqui. Ah, que susto, cara. Você pode ativar LS para correr. Já até imagino, cara. Nossa, mas nessa velocidade... Será que eu olho para trás? Será que eu não olho? Nossa! E agora é pra ir ali? Ah, eu não vou ali não, eu vou correr pra cá, hein. Não tem como correr pra cá. Corre, gordinho, corre. Ué, saí no mesmo lugar? Alguém armou uma 12, cara. Olha lá.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Capítulo 1, convite. Cara, o jogo tá lindão, mas tá bem pesado também. Tô rodando ele na RX 6750 XT, 16 GB de RAM e o Ryzen 5 2600 e tô vendo que a plaquinha tá
I
penando,
should
hein?
take a look at that map.
Vamos chegar até aqui.
I think
Tá, beleza. Vamos dar uma olhada em volta aqui. Então vamos seguir ele aqui para ver onde vai. Mas o jogo tá bonitão, hein?
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, The federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night. Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
I was getting to that, Thornton. Some organs that are currently outside when they should be, well, you know, inside.
How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
I'll show him around.
Got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Você pode acessar o caso de quadros dentro do lugar mental.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. In the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
Tá, então a gente acessa a mente dela para rever alguns casos. Eu acho que é isso que eu entendi. Vamos lá, vamos seguir aqui para ver.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Método de matar. Pequena diferença nos homicídios. Inchaço é a única coisa em comum entre os corpos, mas não a causa da morte. Traumatismo no tórax, exposição. Aí não dá pra ler o resto? Por morte à água, alguma coisa assim. Tá, deixa eu ver.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to
We're
cracking
just
it.
getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Nossa, tá lembrando bastante o The Evil Within, hein? O primeiro, quando a gente chega pra investigar o hospital de Beacon.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Tá, mas cadê os policiais? Olha lá, o carinha tá aqui, arrancaram o coração dele e deixaram aqui na mesa ainda, porque eles fugiram, né?
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
Yeah, that's me. Mulligan told me you were coming the other way. Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tar. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Step 1. Examine the corpse.
Beleza, a gente tem que examinar ele aqui.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Você desbloqueou sua primeira imagem principal. Você pode colocá-la no quadro de casos dentro do lugar mental.
Up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence? Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Deer Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive. Work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my...
Oh, dear. You.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't...
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mullen and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
Hello, how are you?
Who else?
I'm gonna
to
go
keep
check something
this
out.
city clean
Be right
if
back.
not
Got it.
I? Who else to protect its citizens from the dangers of unsanitary conditions? Trash, garbage, refuse.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
Charged with anything, because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have...
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Ah, então era eles que estavam na mata lá com a lanterna. Ah, da hora.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree. Cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found a... Terrifying. That's all.
Beleza, vamos voltar para essa parte do escritório dela aqui.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
And his keeper is Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
I found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fed.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Caramba, isso foi estranho, hein? Mas vamos lá.
All set? My guys have an IP out the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing?
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. I need to get into the light. Now.
Beleza, é só a gente ficar na luz que ele não vai enxergar.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now. Vanished. He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Bom, galera, então é isso. Esse foi o início do gameplay de Alan Wake 2. O jogo é muito bom, pelo jeito. É meio lento no começo, mais parte de investigação, tudo, mas com certeza vai melhorando mais pro meio e final de jogo. Espero que tenham gostado. Deixa um like, se inscreve no canal e até o próximo vídeo.